We're going to look now at Tom DeMark trend lines, and a couple of notes before we start. Like any trend lines, we will use Tom DeMark trend lines. I use them only on a 15-minute chart, really. I will use more of the common sense trend lines on the larger time frames, but the reason we use the Tom DeMark trend lines on the smaller time frames, such as the 15-minute or maybe the 5-minute chart, is to simply um, apply the trend lines to allow the chart and the chart patterns to make more sense to us, or give the chart a more geometric look, so that we can pick out the patterns more easily. And I will use the Tom DeMark trend lines more as a confirmation of a move. I may use it as a confirmation for an entry, but I would prefer it to be a confirmation of a trade that I'm already in. And I do use the Tom DeMark trend lines somewhat sparingly because I can usually pick up on it anyway. And I don't really have uh, like a multitude of these trend lines splashed all over my chart. I really only will put in the ones that make sense. First of all, let's just go over the drawing of a Tom DeMark trend line just so we can see it here. So we've studied price swings, and as an example, obviously we've seen some time pass here, so I'm just going to draw a Tom DeMark trend line on this price swing here from this low to this high to this swing low, and then we move into this consolidation: swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low. Let's just take these two lows, for example, or these two swing lows as an example. You can do it two ways. You can do the manner in which is taught by Tom DeMark, is draw your trend line from the most recent swing low back to the previous swing low and simply extend it forward. In this case, we see price swings, it rallies, it breaks through the trend line, comes up, hits the back side of the trend line, which is also resistance, and then just continues in its consolidation. Taking the next swing low, you can move price back, move the trend line back, and then extend it forward. And again, we see the market come down to the lows, swing back up, respect the backside of the trend line, and take a small leg down. I'm a little bit more interested in scenarios like this. I will not, absolutely will not trade a Tom DeMark trend line in isolation. It is only used as a small tool in order to establish some reference points or lend support to reference points that we currently see in the market anyway. I'm more interested in scenarios like this, where you see this distinct daily high here, and we've got a whole section on this, and you're going to be able to trade till the cows come home with these types of trades. But you see here how price comes up and it tests this previous day's high. Now this is the time when I want to employ a Tom DeMark trend line, because we could see a real nice reversal as a result of the market testing this high at 2,900. So if I take my last swing low to the last logical swing low, either this one or this one, take my trend line, extend it forward. Personally, I'd like to be in this trade closer to 2,900. Then I would like to see price trading below 28.80, this high. Then if it breaks through the trend line, that gives me further confirmation that the trade will pay. We're seeing some nice candlestick formations here, suggesting that price will hold. Now we would like to see price come down and trade below 28.80, and you see how in fact it's respecting that level for reasons that we studied in the support and resistance. We need to see dealing make a shift down below 28.80, as we do now. And furthermore, now we'd like to see this trend line broken, as well as these lows here. Okay, so now the trend line is broken. We establish a new low. You can take either one of these lows really. Pull the trend line forward. Now we're in this consolidation between 2860 and 2880, and we need to see 2860 and the trend line break to confirm our position. Now we need to see dealing below 2860 and the trend line. You see how the market can drive you crazy as time passes? Now we see dealing below 2860 and it moves to 2840.